We live in a country, greatest on earth. Our flag stands for freedom and what it is worth. She stands in the harbor, Miss Liberty tall. All have gave some, and some gave it all for me to be blessed. He's my shoulder to lean on when I am down, the rock where he leads me when I'm overwhelmed, the place where he hides me under his wings. He's not just a song, he's the reason I sing. I have been blessed, God is so good to me. Precious are his thoughts of you and me. No way I could count them, there's not enough time. So I'll just thank him for being so kind. God has been good, so good. I have been blessed. God has been good, so good, and I have been blessed.
This last week was really good. Preaching was great. I had a great time. I'm so glad that these girls got to go. I learned that I need to be a better daughter to my parents and honor them more. Because I've just never been the daughter I should be. And I learned that I need not to be better to people and that I need to be a better Christian.
Kayla's right. The preaching was great. Some of the best preaching I've heard yet. There was one saved that said he was saved at camp. And I've determined to be a better witness and to read my Bible more.
First, I'm just glad we got to go, and all the messages were really good, but Brother Skipper preached one on Tuesday night about forgiveness, even if someone doesn't ask for it. And then Brother Greg Pritchard preached on insecurities. And, you can judge people when you see them on the streets. And you can be like, oh, I'll never be like that. But you never realize that you can until something like that happens in your own family and you see someone fall. And you realize that you can do it too. And so I just pray to God that we can all stick with God and we can all stick together as a group.
Well, this week God showed me that I need to be a better witness to all of my friends and to become a stronger Christian and to just to be a better person. I just learned that I need to forgive people when they hurt me and my family. And I just realized that I need to be a better Christian. I need to witness more, and I need to live more for God.
Well, I had a wonderful time. I was happy I got to go. Activities, preaching. It was great, especially preaching. It helped me out a lot. I think it was the best year for me. Not just because it was my last year as a camper, but it was just something about this at camp this year. Had a good time. Appreciate the Starkeys and Isaiah for bringing us up there, and for the Starkeys bringing us back.
Well, I had a nice time at camp too. I loved the preaching. I thought it was a blessing to all of us, especially to me. And what I liked most about it was when the teens themselves got up to preach. That's about it.
I just wanted to say something else while I was at camp. I just wanted to
Everybody hear that? Did you hear what you said? You better say it again. I don't think they heard what you said.
I said I surrendered my life to God while I was at camp.
That's what I thought you said. Amen. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, this church loves y'all. Amen. This is what we preach and teach. Everybody prays for you, sacrifice and stuff, right? Gives their lives for you. Boy, that's encouraging. And you get away so you know it's your God. Amen. Real quick. It's going to be real quick. See them teenagers? That's what you need to do when I'm preaching. It's no joke. And it's Sunday. Do it. Just do it at the right times. Like if I'm giving illustration, somebody's mother died, they'll say, "Hey man, glory to God." I know people like that. Okay, Acts 28. Not just because I got to say something tonight, but I do. Acts 28. And do you remember this morning? Everybody remember this morning? Now, how about that song you sang? That went right along with this morning, wouldn't it? Well, let me tell you this. Why storms? Tonight, just why storms? Makes sense, right? Why storms? Brother Barefoot, wasn't that encouraging? You hear them teens do that? Yes, what, Brother Silver? That's an accomplishment, I'm telling you right now. Well, let me give one reason, many, of course, for the storm. Only one. You can probably find a whole bunch of reasons for your storms, too. But it says here, and when they were escaped, then they knew that the island was called Melita, and I think it's Malta, but I'm not positive. But it's called Melita in the Bible here. And so that means why a storm? Well, number one, the destination. God wanted Paul there for a reason. And God did what he did to get Paul there for a reason. And whenever God does anything, says anything, like I said this morning, it's loaded. Because with Paul's departure, and he's heading for Rome, and the first storm comes upon him and gets him swishing every which way. But during that time, people learned about Paul's God and how powerful Paul's God was. And so that entire ship being saved now is landing on this island. So everybody on that ship saw what happened. They experienced with Paul what's going on. So God knows exactly what he's doing. Sometimes we don't understand because we're not God. How about that? Verse 2. And the barbarous people, barbarous, can you imagine that? Heathen, barbarous people. Crude, mean people, right? Look what it says. And the barbarous people showed us no little kindness. And if you read that real fast, you don't understand. What does that mean? They didn't get no kindness. No, little. They showed them great kindness. That's what it means. And usually if you read a verse in the King James Bible, a couple verses, you can figure it out if you got a brain. At least a 6-year-old. And so it says, showed us no little kindness, for they kindled a fire and received us everyone because of the present rain and because of the cold. So for a barbarous people, an unknown people to these people, they're pretty kind. Seems to me God's setting it up. And then verse 3. And when Paul had gathered a bundle of sticks and laid them on the fire, there came a viper. Notice that word viper. That is not nice. The only way that's nice if it's a 12-cylinder and it's a car. You don't want to handle a viper. No, you run from vipers. Okay? So there came a viper out of the heat and fastened on his hand. Who? Paul's. So Paul's got the sticks, he's got his hand in the fire, and here comes the snake. And Paul didn't freak out and scream, he probably went like this. Huh. And then watch the verse, it's so neat because it's like he's looking at this viper going, you know, and you can see them natives now, right? You know, if anything, them whites will really shine big now, right? About that big, look like hubcaps. You know, really, serious. And verse 4. And when the barbarians saw the venomous beast hang on his hand, they said among themselves, no doubt, this man is a murderer, whom it says, whom though he hath escaped the sea, yet vengeance suffereth not to live. So they figured it was a payback. In their religion and their God thing, they figured, well, like the karma people, you know. Well, it looks like he did something bad. This guy's dying, right? And what was that? Well, that's another D, because the destination was getting on this island, and the next thing is the demonstration. That's a D. We're going to see how Paul was used to God now. And I like the wording. I mean, you can't get better than this. And he shook off the beast into the fire and felt no harm. Howbeit, they looked when he should have swollen or fallen down dead. Dead when? Dead suddenly. How do they know that? Because they saw their other friends get bit and die suddenly. Same snake. Never forget a face like that. Guarantee you. But after they had looked a great while and saw no harm come to him, they changed their minds and said that he was a god. Must be. Everybody else dies when they get bit, but he don't. In the same quarters were possessions of the chief man of the island, whose name was Publius, or Publius, who received us and lodged us 3 days courteously. So the main dude lodged them. That's pretty neat. That doesn't normally happen. You usually have a guest house, right? And it says, and it came to pass that the father of, I see it different ways every time, Publius, lay sick of a fever and of a bloody flux, to whom Paul entered in and prayed and laid his hands on him and healed him. So when this was done, others also, which had diseases in the island, came and were healed, who also honored us with many honors. And when we departed, they laid us with such things that were necessary. And in verse 11, just at the beginning, it says this, and after how long? 3 months. So, what took place here? Well, because of the storm, God was getting them to a destination. Because God wanted to demonstrate his power. And then right after that took place, they departed. So God's purpose was done, and they were going to move on to another place because he's going to Rome. So what took place? Oh, not much, just the entire island probably got converted to Christ. That's all. See, it wasn't like they just came here, a snake, and a little healing. It says 3 months. 90 days, and we know 9 is fruitfulness. So they had 90 days there. And they didn't take God by surprise. And what you're going through, the storms that you go through, does not take God by surprise. He knows exactly where you are. He allowed you to be there. You do the best with what you got. Because while you're there, you have to do like that song. You have to believe God. I am here for a reason. I am in this storm for a reason. God has me here for a reason. And when you learn that, and he shows you that, and that teaches you that, and then guess what happens? You move on. And that's your life. Non-stop. Yeah, but I don't want it that way. Tough. If you want it your own way and not God's way, you're going to have all sorts of storms. There's not going to be any relief. Because he's going to take his hand off you and say, well, then you run your life. You'd rather have him do it. Rather have him do it. So when you go through storms, there's a destination, right? Wherever it's at, could be your address. That's your destination, right? And then what's going to happen? Another D, there's a demonstration. Not you with a sign running around on Wall Street. It's God. God is going to demonstrate what he's going to do with you and through you. And then you'll move on. And then your next thing will happen. Why? Because God's a busy God. He's got things going on everywhere. He may need you over here, somebody over there, and he just does that. That's his job. Our job is to surrender and allow ourselves to be moved. Everybody get that? Wasn't that good? Wasn't that quick? Amen. Lord's Supper. Come over here.